Okay, how did I start streaming? I started streaming because I was playing Star Wars: The Old Republic, and I was the raid leader and PvP leader for progression guilds and a competitive PvP. So I yeah, and so a lot of people wanted to see what we were doing, so I decided to stream. I had a nice computer, and that was back in my Star Wars: The Old Republic days. I would average about like 60 or 70 viewers, one of the top streamers. And yeah, and then I just kept on streaming. When I switched to League of Legends, I stopped playing Star Wars: Old Republic, and of course I was awful at it, and all my viewers just cared about Star Wars, so I had to completely start over again. Because I would average 60, but they didn't know who I was. They were just watching me because I was one of the top streamers. And then I switched to League of Legends. I'm garbage. Nobody knew who I was, so I would just stream for months at a time of just 2 viewers or something. And then that kind of sucked, but you know, I was playing anyway, so I decided to keep streaming, do a lot. And then this last December is when it really started taking off, and I really started making progress, which was good. Yeah, I streamed for about 3 years, being a nobody at League of Legends. Maybe 2 years. Initial reactions and aspirations becoming a new streamer. Yeah, it was just to show people what I was doing for Star Wars, and it was fun. Give a lot of positive rep to my guild that I was in, so that was good. What type of relationship environment do I wish to have with my viewers? How do I come to this decision? I treat my viewers as like part of the whole event. It's getting harder now that my stream's growing bigger, because as I'm playing a game, I have 2 focuses, right? 1, I want to be the best streamer I can be, but 2, I want to show the best gameplay I can be. So really, especially recently, I haven't been able to interact as much with my stream viewers while I'm actually in a game. I can only really read questions and answer them when I go back to Fountain and stuff like that. So that's been difficult. But I try to answer all questions. I try to teach. I'm trying to also, yeah, primarily a teacher as well. So I guess 3 things: teaching gameplay, and an actual just like normal human being interaction as well. A lot of people, not even a lot of people, but I really like this subset of Twitch viewers who are just having an awful day and just want to relax with a stream or something, and then they can talk, say what's bugging them, and I can talk back. That's something that's easier to do with a smaller stream, but as it gets bigger, I still try to do my best as well. Let's see what else. Have I ever got one of those bad apples? Not really, honestly. When my stream gets like a front page Reddit post or a link from another stream, you know, sometimes they get trolls in the chat. You just ignore the trolls. The viewers don't mind them, and if they persistently troll for long enough, you can ban them. It's just the best thing to deal with trolls, and this is for every aspect of the internet, is to just ignore them and then go away. And if it's a persistent problem and they don't go away, you can just ban them. But you just do it silently and don't bring attention to it. So I don't mind them, and honestly, I get very, very few. Most of the people, I'm small enough that most of the people who come to my channel are there because they want to be there, are there because they care about me and my gameplay in some way or the other. Separate my streaming life from my personal life? Really easy. I talk with my wife. We come up with, you know, a schedule together. Usually most of the days I'm streaming, she's working or out anyway. And I only stream about 20, maybe 10 to 20 hours a week, depending on the week. So that's never really been a problem. I don't have much of a social life, so most of my social stuff is just with my wife anyway. And, you know, we have the stream schedule, but I only stream 4 days a week, so there's plenty of days to hang out with her and my friends as well. So that's not really been an issue either. So yeah, the schedule helps with so much of that, which leads to the next question: is it easy to maintain a schedule? And no, absolutely not. But it's so important for both me and my viewers to have a schedule that I stick to. But it's not easy for me, especially since I've been this last year, maybe like the last 9 months, I've been starting a new gym routine, which is very strenuous. And so I'll get home at the end of the day and I'll just be exhausted. I won't want to get up and stream, but I do it anyway. And once I start streaming, you know, I'm enjoying myself. It's good. It's not like I have to force myself. It's not like it's a job. But sometimes I'm just so tired. I just want to relax and not do it. And that's what the schedule helps for too. Also, I usually don't stream too long, so having a schedule is really important so people know when and where they can find me. Essentially famous to a certain group. It's actually really cool. I've experienced it before in my other games. Heck, I've been writing guides for a really long time. I used to have some very prominent MapleStory guides when I was in high school. A lot of math calculations and such. And then I'd be running around in MapleStory, people would recognize me. Running around in Star Wars, people recognize me. Now I run around in League of Legends, people recognize me. They recognize me a lot more for my guides and video content though than for my actual streaming. I very, very, very seldom run into viewers, which is interesting. I think as my stream grows, it may be more of a thing, but right now I'm such a, I'm a weird balance between a small and a large stream right now. So I wouldn't say it's really internet famous. More that I have a lot of friends than I have a lot of fame. And then yeah, it's small enough that nobody recognizes me in public. The closest thing I've got is in my Ask a Zyra main feature that Riot did. They what do you call it? In the Ask a Zyra main feature that Riot did, there was one comment that's like, "Oh, you're my cousin's math teacher." That's it. Almost none of my students. I go through maybe like 200 students a quarter that I know, and none of them have ever recognized me or anything, and very few of them even play League of Legends. So yeah, nobody has recognized me besides that one person. It's definitely a hobby for me. I make very, very little money from it, and most of the money I make, I just put directly back into the stream. It's just something I really like to do, and it's a personal goal of mine as well to create it, because it's just so fun. And it really enriches my gaming experience, right? So it's one thing to be playing a game, and if you're thinking of League of Legends specifically, you play a ranked game, right? And if you win, it's kind of a success, and if you lose, it's kind of a failure. And a really smart League of Legends player doesn't think like that. You know, they focus on improving, they focus on having fun. For most 95% of League of Legends players, winning is a success and losing is a failure. And streaming just adds another dimension to why losing does not necessarily make a failure, which makes the game just way more fun. Because if I'm losing, I'm doing a few things. I'm entertaining the viewer still by losing. I can also I mean, I do my best with this. Obviously, I'm not perfect, and I don't always achieve what I strive for. But I still entertain. So I can talk about, I can teach, which again is a big focus of my stream. I can teach, talk about what I did wrong, talk about what I could have done, and then talk about maybe what other people could have done, but maybe not so much of that, because then it starts getting to blaming, which is not really so good. Even if I ever became a successful career or a successful streamer like that, like even if I got Twitch partner, even if I could make a fair amount of living, it's still only something I would do part-time as a hobby, just because I love teaching so much as well. I'm working on my PhD right now. I'm a grad student at UC Davis, and just getting a job as a professor is my dream job. Having a side job as a streamer is an equal dream though. So I would never want to be a full-time streamer. Frankly, I don't know if I have the stamina for it. I usually average 4 to 5 hour streams, and even those feel quite long. And I have 24-hour streams every once in a while, but not consistently. And to become a good consistent streamer, you need to be streaming at least like 8 hours a day. But well, this summer actually I'm going to be trying to make some improvements to the stream and regularity as well for the first half. Since I don't have class, I just have studying to do. We'll see if I end up doing that though, because my PhD, of course, is my number one priority, and there may not end up being time for that. Anything I'd like to change about my own stream? Actually, not right now. I've been streaming for long enough that I regularly check out highlights of myself. I regularly view sections of past broadcasts. So if there's something I don't like about it, I can change it immediately. For example, one of the things I've been focusing on in the last few months is just not screaming as often, trying to keep my volume balanced in such a way that people can always hear me, they can always hear the music, they can always hear the video game. And the problem with screaming is it brings excitement, but it also causes problems, especially with people using headphones or in quiet areas, of just making it not as an average enjoyable experience. And some streamers scream a lot, and some people like it, but that's just who it's all about defining and deciding who I want to be and refining that. Deciding, defining, and refining. So yeah, that's good. But I'm actually pretty happy with where the stream is right now. Just focusing on growing it some more, putting out consistent content, and maintaining my interaction with viewers. It's very important to me to keep that connection with them, and to keep that, I say connection twice. Yeah, keep the connection and the approachability as a streamer. Last thing important about the culture of streaming. I don't think I'm really a part of the culture of streaming just yet. I'm getting close, but I think I think of myself, maybe this is more of an answer, I think of myself more as a guy who streams rather than a streamer. I think I don't have it really define me, and it's not really something that I think about that often. Just as it's just another one of my hobbies that I really care about, and I do really care about it. It's one of the most important things in my life right now. Not like important as in, oh, this defines me, or an important as like I need this. More of an important is it's something I really care about, it's something I really enjoy, and it's something I feel like I'm good at. So I want to keep focusing on doing the best I can with it. And I think I can really create something great. That sounds pretty, actually sounds pretty conceited. But you know, if I'm truly honest with myself, that's what I really like. So yeah, maybe hopefully this gives some good answers, and hopefully this helps you with your assignment. It was fun to talk about. I figured I wasn't gonna do it, but then I figured it would only take 10 minutes, and so I figured it might help you out as well. So thanks for asking, and hopefully this helps.